Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss the third poem of our book Honeydew, which is for Class 8 CBSE. This poem is about a mystery cat. Name of the cat is Macavity, who is not like an ordinary cat. He is a criminal who has broken all the laws and has become a problem for the police also. He cannot be discovered from any crime scene, and his powers are supernatural. According to the poet, there is no one like Macavity. He is a devil in the shape of a cat. He is a monster which can be seen anywhere but not on the crime scene. Now let us begin. Macavity is a mystery cat. He is called the Hidden Paw, for he is the master criminal who can defy the law. He is the bafflement of the Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair. For when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. So poet says that Macavity is a mystery cat. He is mysterious in his ways. He is also called the Hidden Paw. It is his name in the crime world. He is famous by the name of Hidden Paw. Why? Because he is the master criminal and he can also defy, disobey the rules. He is the bafflement of the Scotland Yard. Scotland Yard is considered the best police in the world, but they are also baffled by the ways he tricks the police. And he is also despair of the flying squad. Now, when the police reaches the crime scene, Macavity is never there. So they are always unable to catch Macavity. Macavity, there is no one like Macavity. He has broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare. And when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. You may seek him in the basement, you may look up in the air. But I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. Now he says that Macavity is not like other cats. He is something different. He has some supernatural powers. He has broken the law of gravity, the law of gravitation, and he can fly in the air. He can float in the air without any help. And this makes a fakir, a person who acclaims that he has superpower, stare in wonder. And he says that when you reach the crime scene, he is not there. You may seek him in the basement, you may look up in the air, but you will never be able to find Macavity. Macavity is a ginger cat. He is very tall and thin. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply lined with thought, his head is highly domed. Now, he says that Macavity is a type of ginger cat, right? So, he is a ginger cat and he is very tall and thin by his appearance. Now, if you'll see him, you'll come to know that he is Macavity. Why? Because his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply lined. Why our brow gets lined? Because if we think a lot, if we ponder over things a lot, then our brow gets lined. And his head is highly domed. It means it is the feature of very wise, brainy people. His coat is dusty from neglect. His whiskers are uncombed. So, like every intelligent person, he is not very much careful about his outer appearance, right? So his coat, his fur is also dusty. He does not bother to clean it. His whiskers are uncombed. He doesn't care about them also. He sways his head from side to side with movements like a snake. So, why he sways his head from side to side? Because he is very careful, he is very mindful where he is, because he is a criminal. So, he knows that police is always out, the police wants to catch him. So, that is why he is very careful and mindful what is happening around him. And his movements are swift like a snake. And when you think he is half asleep, he is wide awake. So he also tries to befool people. When you think that Macavity is soundly asleep, he is in a sound sleep, but he will be awake at that time. He will not be asleep. Macavity, Macavity, there is no one like Macavity, for he is a fiend in a feline shape, a monster of depravity. Depravity means moral corruption. So he says that there is no other cat like Macavity. He is unique, he is one of a kind, and he is a fiend. Fiend means monster. He is a fiend, a devil in a shape of a cat, right? He is morally corrupt. He is a monster of moral depravity. You may meet him in a by street, you may see him in the square, but when a crime is discovered, then Macavity is not there. So, what he says that you will see him every other day. He will be found in streets, roaming here and there. But when there is a crime scene, when he has committed a crime and police is out to catch him, then he will never be discovered. Then nobody will be able to catch him. This poem is written by T.S. Eliot. I hope you liked the poem very much.